Good evening. Welcome to the live stream tonight. As you know, I'm here 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Occasionally, I plan in extra dates, but these are the regular dates now, days, 10 o'clock p.m. Amsterdam Central European Time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight and Wednesday, I'm going to be myself, sharing stories, playing for you, answering questions if there are questions, etc., etc. And Friday, I will have another great guest again from Brazil, amazing harmonica player, Gabriel Grossi. I'll be announcing more, and I'll explain more about this later, but that's something I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, again, thanks for being here. If you are on Facebook and you like this live stream, please share. Most of your friends, or at least a couple of them, might be music lovers as well. So if it spreads to other people, I would really appreciate if you share it. And here are some more comments on top of the window with questions and requests, and all the digital platforms where you can follow me and social media and all of that. So let me look who is here tonight. Hey, Marco, all the way from Boston. Hi, Linda. Thanks, dankjewel. Hey, Bert. Hey, Mara. Hey, nice to see you here. That's cool. And hello, Sandy. Gracias, Sandy. I don't know where you're from which country, but I see something in Espanol. Hey, John. Hello, Al. Yeah, so hi, Cliff, all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. Cliff Wallace. He's a wonderful man who has been organizing concerts at in a beautiful theater in Cape Town called the Nassau. I was actually supposed to play there last month, but of course everything got, let's say, postponed. You know, I try to stay positive. Fortunately, things are getting better here anyway, in the Netherlands. I believe also other countries. I don't know how the situation is in South Africa right now, but I'm confident that this very strange period and very difficult period for most of us will pass soon. But let's not elaborate on that too much because there's enough media. But at least as far as concerts and all of that, here in the Netherlands, from June 1st onwards, we'll be allowed to play in small groups for 30 people. In fact, I'll be playing a concert with the wonderful Leonie Jansen, singer-songwriter, on June 18th in Amsterdam. And also only for a limited amount of people. But what we're going to do, we're going to play a couple of sets so that then the audience can change and stay at a safe distance. But anyway, other than that, the international traveling, what I've been doing all my life, all my professional life, which is totally changed for now. I'm confident that it'll be back and that there won't be too many restrictions in terms of people being together and close to each other. But it probably takes some time. But I don't think in cancellations. I think in postponing. That's what I wanted to say. Stay positive. So again, let me know if you have any requests. And so today, the jazz world lost a legendary drummer, Jimmy Cobb, and you know he was 91, had an amazing life, played with everybody, with Charlie Parker, with Dizzy Gillespie, you name it. You know, it's if you look in his biography, if you go on Wikipedia, it's impressive. He really worked with every possible great jazz artist. Rest in peace, Jimmy Cobb. And I found a really nice interview. He's also the drummer who plays on maybe the most famous jazz record ever, which is Kind of Blue from Miles Davis, with Bill Evans and Ron Carter. You know that amazing that amazing group, that famous. You'll probably know that. So what? And when this legendary moment when it starts swinging. I'm not going to play that track for you, but there is an interview with Jimmy Cobb which I found, where he's talking about this album, which of course you know, it's like, you know, I know people who like wrote a hit or have played on legendary albums. Like when I played with Toots Thielemans, I played many concerts with him over a period of 10 years, and there was never a moment, there was no day, no concert that he didn't have to play bluesette, you know, because that was his trademark. And other people like that, they have something famous, there's something very well known, and then that follows you all your life. But of course, that can be a great thing too, because it brought him a lot of great stuff. So the movie I'm going to show you is an interview with Jimmy Cobb, where he also talks about the So What album. So let me select this here.
When you sort of think about this album, when you think about sort of making that record, putting it together.
Can you see this?
That record right there, Kind of Blue by Miles Davis.
It's beautiful.
The iconic 1959 album and most popular jazz recording in history.
Do you have a favorite of these tracks? So What, Freddie Freeloader, Blue and Green? I mean,
I like them. I like Freddie Freeloader.
Jimmy Cobb, the 90-year-old drummer and last surviving member of the legendary session recorded over 2 days in New York City. The musicians, including late pianist Bill Evans and Wynton Kelly, saxophonist Julian Cannonball Adderley and John Coltrane, and bassist Paul Chambers.
When I think of that record, I don't believe it, that's all.
Hard to believe, like the story of how he joined Miles Davis's sextet ensemble in the first place.
One day, Joe didn't show up and they was doing a large record date.
That would be drummer Philly Joe Jones. He was missing rehearsals. And one day in 1958, Cobb got the call from Miles, an invitation to play a gig in Boston that night. Only problem, Cobb was in New York.
I said, yeah? I said, well, how you think I'm gonna get to Boston? And Boston's what, 400 miles from New York? How you think I'm gonna get to Boston and by 9 o'clock? He said, you want the gig, don't you? And I was in the band. So that was it. No rehearsal, no nothing, no talking about money, nothing.
His style combining both sensitivity and power, providing the backbone to a brand new band. The latest collaboration in a remarkable career spanning 6 decades. Members of this group, including Cobb, mostly in their 80s and 90s, all recipients of the highest honor the U.S. government gives to jazz musicians. They named themselves after that award, the NEA Jazz Masters.
I figured it was something I'd like to do, and when I learned enough to do it, I figured that would be what I would do for the rest of my life.
This recent concert at Flushing Town Hall in Queens, a long way from his Washington, D.C. roots in the 1930s.
I used to be walking down the street. I could hear all kinds of different musics. You know, I could pass a Baptist church and hear them getting down inside, you know. Because it's the ghetto, everything was there, you know.
And that first drum kit when he was a boy from a kind store owner.
I asked him how much were the drums. He told me. And he asked me if I had the money. I told him no. So he said, well, do you have a job? I said, yeah. He said, it seems like you want the drums, so you can bring me whatever you can bring me down every week, you know, and I'll put it in this drawer here. And when we get enough money, I'll give you the drums. So that's exactly what happened.
His first professional recordings in the early 1950s with Earl Bostic and Dinah Washington, laying the foundation for a distinguished career.
Well, everything I know I probably pulled from them.
Eventually leading him to New York, the scene, those clubs on 52nd Street, the heart of jazz at the time.
52nd Street was like the biggest street in the world. They had about 12 clubs in one block.
Already established by the time he met up with Davis in 1958, his place in jazz history cemented by the time he left the group in the early 60s, that band producing iconic albums like Sketches of Spain, Live at Carnegie Hall, and of course, Kind of Blue.
That's amazing too, because to me, I just thought it was another good Miles Davis album, because I like most of them.
And they made a lot of great ones. Now, some other notable acts that Jimmy Cobb played and performed with: Billie Holiday, the legendary singer, Sarah Vaughan.
Wow.
So much history he's been a part of behind those drums. Cobb will be celebrating his 90th birthday with a 4-night run at the Jazz Standard beginning Thursday, January 31st. 90 years old, still out there doing it. Amazing.
Yeah, the legendary drummer Jimmy Cobb, who passed away this weekend. Beautiful career, beautiful music, and I wanted to show you this very nice documentary. Of course, you can find a lot about Jimmy Cobb, and it's also nice to listen again to Kind of Blue, Miles Davis, with him in mind. One of my favorite parts of that album is after the theme of So What, when it starts swinging. And I said before Ron Carter, but that's really stupid what I was saying. That's bad. I didn't learn my history lessons. No, that's not true. But I confused him with Ron Carter. Ron Carter played with the Miles Davis Quintet later, with the famous band with Tony Williams on drums and Herbie Hancock. That was the later Miles Davis Quintet. But this one was the one with Paul Chambers on bass, Bill Evans, Cannonball Adderley, and legendary album. Check it out, Jimmy Cobb. Another movie I would like to play for you, what I actually had prepared or kind of downloaded before I heard the news of Jimmy Cobb's passing. Is a wonderful. I've been listening again in the last weeks to the incredible Errol Garner, and I'm this man was such an amazing, genius, self-taught, had no idea about reading or writing notes, was just everything played so soulfully, incredible musicality, and also what I really find so incredible with Errol Garner is this impeccable timing. If you look at videos, if you listen to all his albums, all his music, there is not a note which is not rhythmically not in place. I find it so remarkable, a real genius. And I'm going to play one track here. I'm going to show you another video, legendary Errol Garner, and after that I'll play something totally different.
When you sort
Fantastic, fantastic, Errol Garner. Sometimes I don't know about you, but when I watch and listen to Errol Garner, I always have this very interesting feeling between being touched and incredibly happy. In Brazil, they call it saudade. It's kind of this mixed feeling between sorrow and happiness. It's beautiful. I have also, like, for instance, when I watch Singing in the Rain with Gene Kelly, it's like a very happy, funny song with the guy dancing in the rain. And there's also something which really touches me. The same with Errol Garner. Maybe you've noticed that sometimes I go live, but I'm not like in the camera, and that's because I have started a kind of a broadcasting channel where I post videos at regular times, like 4 a.m. also to reach the audience in the United States and in Asia when it's morning there, in the night in the United States. Sometimes it's 4 in the afternoon. I'm broadcasting all kinds of stuff through all my channels. Maybe you've noticed it. And I also started a Facebook group. You can find it. It's called Jazz Classical Ethno Video Platform. So also feel free to share your videos there. I'm really loving this live stream thing, sharing, playing for you, and this is the time to share good music with people who are interested. So again, if you are on Facebook and you enjoy this live stream, please share. The best way to share it is actually a video party. That works better. In general advice, if you're on Facebook and you want to share any video, any live video you encounter, doing it via video party will reach more people than simply share. So just that you know. Okay, so back to playing myself. Yes, Cliff, yeah. Garner was amazing, especially the left hand. Yeah. Actually, a friend of mine, Bram Wijnands, who's an incredible stride pianist. I actually want to bring him in my live stream as a guest. Really amazing. We grew up together. We studied together. He has been living in America for many years. And he carefully studied the hand of Errol Garner by slowing down the videos in his frames. And then he saw that there was a kind of twist, which you don't see when he plays like fast, which created that that swing. Because Errol Garner actually is the most copied pianist for, let's say, non-professional jazz pianist. He's the most copied pianist ever with that swinging left hand. Yeah, because it enables you to play solo as well. All right. Why I was saying, sorry, I'm a little bit scattered tonight, but why I was saying this about this broadcast channel, I'm going to broadcast an entire concert by Errol Garner. What I'll do it tomorrow. I won't be live playing, but I'll be live broadcasting this Errol Garner concert tomorrow at 10, Tuesday at 10 p.m. All right, let me play something for you, a very famous Latin American song. Oops, that's still my keyboard, I'm sorry. was my rendition of Bésame Mucho, written by the Mexican composer Consuelo Velázquez. Iconic composition, beautiful composition. I've played it many times and I'm never bored playing this song, really. I love this song. Yeah, I'm going to play another one for you, and this will be again with this backing tracks YouTube channel. I'll play it from my iPad, which is really nice. I'm going to play a standard for you. And again, what's really nice about this backing tracks is that it enables you as a musician to play with a really good rhythm section at home, especially not being able to play with other people in these days. It's really good, very high quality rhythm section. And for pianists, what's really great about it is that you can actually mute the piano. So it's backing tracks YouTube channel. They have many standards, many rhythms, tempi, all of that. So let me quickly change here and play the switch on the iPad and play this for you. So, sorry about the noise. Before I do, I see some comments coming in. Let's see. Hi, Reginald. Thank you. Thank you for your nice words. You also play Latin jazz piano music. Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, you know, sometimes Latin jazz is a little bit, to be honest, like kind of a confusing word, expression, because if you, yeah, I think what you mean was there are also a lot of Latin jazz musicians, especially like from the salsa, you know, from Puerto Rico and Cuba, and that, you know, more like from the salsa world. There are a lot of people, Tito Puente, you name it, there's so many, who actually play the jazz standards in a Latin way. That's what I understand being Latin jazz. But so I think it's like the jazz standards combined with Latin rhythms. Well, that's what I kind of did, although this was a little bit more minimal, ambient-like, because there's no rhythm section. But what I can do, that's also I could do something. Let me do this on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'll play an arrangement of a jazz standard combined with a Latin rhythm. I'll do that on Wednesday, and then you'll have an idea. My face is behind your text. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, Ellen. Yes, you're right. I will. Thank you for telling me. Sometimes, you know, again, if you do everything by yourself, sometimes you don't notice certain things, and I don't have a technician here. That's me. I'm the technician and the musician. But I will change this on. Well, I can actually. Maybe, wait a minute. What I can do maybe is change the... I think this is better, right? All right. I think now I'm lower, right? I can even zoom in a little bit. Okay, that's about as good as it gets. No, I have to zoom out and then lower the screen. Yeah. That's better, right? Okay, thanks for telling me. The screen is a little bit out of the... Okay. Cool. All right, let me play the standard.
Hey, hoe is het? Nu nog? Het is 11 uur 's ochtends, joh.
Oops. Green Dolphin Street, on Green Dolphin Street. A lot of people played in C. Also, many people played in E flat. I played it in E flat together with this wonderful backing tracks YouTube channel application. YouTube channel. Well, there's a lot of songs you can find there. So I shrank because Ellen was saying that my head was writing the text. This is actually better. You can read the text better, and it's not so. All right. So thank you for your input. Okay, I'm going to wrap up for tonight. Again, if you like this live stream, please share. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll be back on Wednesday at 10, playing live for you. In the meanwhile, I'll be broadcasting videos, all kinds of videos on my channels. So stay on the lookout for that. You know, you can actually, if you you can get a notification that you'll get whenever I go online, because it can also be in the afternoon, because I'm really into broadcasting stuff as well. I just want to share good music with those of you who appreciate it. And thank you for watching and thank you for listening. So I'll be here on Wednesday at 10 p.m. Amsterdam Central European Time. I hope to see you then. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you on Wednesday, and stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you. Good night.